and gentlemen, this is Parker Gailey. I'm taking over for moderator because Dwayne is being a great friend and taking somebody home from work, but I have to bring the Dwayne energy, so we're starting it off. So here we go. I'm going to give the introductions. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great week. Welcome to On the Sideline Guys with the Sideline Guys. And today we have our regular host, your friendly residential Bills Mafia, Jonathan Torado. What's up, Jonathan?
Yo, what's up, Bills Mafia, baby?
That's
Josh Allen out here, MVP campaign. You feel me? Let's go.
Okay. We'll get into that. Then we got the man dime himself, the face of the franchise, Derek. Are you ready for this? How we doing, brother?
I'm good.
And then returning from last week, the Boston Celtics fan, frowny face. The Eagles fan, another frowny face. But you know what? My man has some big balls. He's wearing the Eagles jersey today. He's ready for it. My boy, Sammy. Sammy, how's it going, brother?
What's up, man? Seems like I might be coming on quite a bit. Man, not a good sports weekend for me. Not to mention I'm an Oklahoma fan too, so just struck out.
I forgot about that, bro.
Out. Yeah,
you got jeez.
Bro, how much did you want to drink this weekend?
So let me tell you, I knew that Oklahoma was going to have a tough time. They do this every year with at least one opponent. Last year it was Kansas State again. I mean, they have a redshirt freshman starting at quarterback, so I didn't think this year was going to be. I was kind of shocked that they were ranked so high as they were. I mean, first time this guy's been starting for the team, so I knew they were going to go through some growing pains this year. So didn't expect much from it. Celtics thing was cool. I was actually a virtual fan Friday night, I think it was. So shout out to my boy Ryan over with the Warriors. He hooked that up. But Sunday, man, that was not a good day for me. I felt like the Eagles lost still, even though they tied.
There might be a light at the end of the tunnel for the Eagles, though, boys.
Yeah, last time they tied against
the light at the end of the tunnel is. The light at the end of the tunnel is you guys have had a real shitty season so far. And the light at the end of the tunnel is this season might not happen because we got COVID breaking out, boys.
Bro,
honestly,
I'm going to be completely honest, man. We talked about this sometime before the season started. I was saying it made no sense for them to start this season up. Honestly, as much as I want to watch football, I just want to end this. Like, I don't even.
Man, no, that's because you guys are 0-3.
No, Jonathan's like,
hell no.
2-1.
That's so 0-4 in my eyes. It ties worse.
Bro,
you know why?
Listen, look, the Marlins went through this in the MLB. You know, as long as the league can get it organized and do the contact tracing and all that stuff, I don't think it's an issue. They're gonna. All they need to do is postpone the Titans game, the next game for the Titans.
Yeah, and then they play during the bye week.
Right. I mean, so I think the idea they already mentioned
their
that
bye weeks are not the same, but I think there's something built into this schedule where like they kind of plan for this to happen. So I think they'll make it work. They might just prolong the season.
I know. So I think they said Steelers and Titans would just end up playing week 7. And then the Steelers would play the Ravens week 8 instead, and then their bye week would be week 6 or something, or the week coming up. So they got to organize. I mean, I trust the NFL. They're the richest organization to figure it out. So
I don't trust the NFL
league. But
I want to scrap the season.
Well, you almost got to see because y'all trash.
Man, look,
y'all trash. That's why you almost got season.
I do not like when a team tanks. I will say 2 things about this, though. One, the last time that Derek, you probably remember this from a few years ago. The last time they tied the Bengals, they made it all the way to the NFC Championship game, lost to the Cardinals. So I don't know, but
I don't see that happening this year. I'm gonna be completely honest,
I kind of want them to lose out, though, and I want that wide receiver from Alabama.
Shit.
See, here's the
God
thing.
damn.
Here's the thing. I that would be great, but you know why I don't even care about a wide receiver right now? Because our offensive
They have
line
no one to catch
isn't
the
standing
ball.
up. There's no one to throw the ball either, because the line isn't standing up, and mainly because of Jason Peters.
They have so many holes. They have so many holes across the whole
It's not
team.
just Peters though, bro. That whole line is just trash, man.
No, look.
Not Lane Johnson.
Lane.
Lane
Lane
Johnson's hurt. He's coming back. He's gonna take like 8 weeks to get back to full Lane Johnson
right.
type.
Lane is there.
No. Listen, he's playing, but he's had a big injury, didn't
He's
he?
not there.
He's not there.
He's not
It's gonna
there.
take.
He's
It's gonna
not
take him a
100%.
while. You know
He's
what I
not
mean?
100%, but I mean he's been playing
I would.
up to
Oh
his
yeah,
level.
I'm saying I would just shut him. I would shut him down. Like, why risk it? If
No.
you guys want to tank,
No,
I mean,
hell no.
No, I
don't
do
wanna see
not
a
want to
tank.
mess with
Yo!
Carson Wentz
No.
at all.
Eagles fans would be retarded to tank because let me tell you, and I was talking to my barber. Hope y'all noticed the edge up. We looking good. We looking good.
Yeah.
I was talking to my barber today, and he was saying because he's a big Philly guy. I was like, man, and I feel bad for him, bro. Tough guy. He's a 76ers fan.
Oof.
He's an
Oh,
Eagles fan.
that's a shame.
Yeah, and like I know I'm about to get real dark here. And recently his mother passed away, so I didn't want to bring up
man.
anything. I know, bro, and I didn't
Yeah.
want to bring up anything. So it's just like, hey, how's it going? You been watching any games? He's like, bro, fuck that. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, I was trying to make like light of it, and I was like, you know, the Washington football team, that's pretty funny. He's like, I know, bro. He's like, you know what's funny about that is they're first in the division, but like. And we're like last, but we're only a game and a half back. And I was like,
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
you ain't wrong.
Yeah, we're not out
y'all's
of,
division is such booty hole
yeah, it is.
that even if you try to tank, you could still win the NFC East.
Most definitely.
True.
And honestly, I want to know where this ranks amongst worst divisions, especially for a single year. I want to know where this ranks.
When the Cowboys made it 8-8, it's right there.
No, but
Yeah.
even like
No,
that Cowboys team
Wait,
wasn't
was it
that bad.
like
5 years ago?
5 years.
ago?
But didn't the Seahawks they made it? And they had a home game and they were 7-9, right? A couple of years ago,
Division
or a few years ago.
Could be up there, yeah.
I know the Panthers won.
Yeah.
But
I'm honestly at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody wins the division with like 6-7 wins. Like
I wouldn't be
the
surprised.
division's bad.
This,
It's
this,
bad.
this is trash. Like the way we're projected is not good because our schedule is not getting any easier.
Wait,
I
who
do
did
think
the
the Eagles
Cowboys
did-
lose to?
They lost to the Rams and they lost to the
Seahawks. See, the thing
Yeah,
is with
see.
them, I think they play good teams. I don't know. I think I do. Like, it pains me to say this. I think the Cowboys are the best team in that division.
well, I think the Eagles and the
On
Cowboys
paper,
will both
but
turn around.
it's always like that on paper for the Cowboys. We know how
Yeah.
that goes. So
Yeah,
and the
right-
Cowboys
right
have
now.
been injury rated right off the gate. So
Yeah,
So
their
the
defense is
Eagles.
horrible. I think,
Yeah.
and this is horrible because as soon as we get our secondary pretty much figured out, that's when this happens. I'm at the point now, Parker. I think we talked Sunday about this. You asked me if
Jalen
I'm ready.
Hurts.
No, hell no.
No, stop.
yo, Derek, why do you hate that man so much?
I don't hate him. It
I
makes
don't
no sense
hate
to
him.
put
I
him
just
in
hate
there.
that fans. Yeah, I don't like how fans want
There's
to
no
bench Wentz.
reason. Yeah, there's no reason to put him in there because you're
Look,
telling
I'll
me
only
you're telling
say
me an
this.
inexperienced person, an inexperienced NFL quarterback as a rookie is going to be able to do better than Carson Wentz. It's
All right,
not
so
like
hear
Carson
me out.
Wentz.
Hear me out. Let's say. So I'm not counting the tie. Let's just say they're 0-3. Let's say you guys get to 0-8. I put Hurts in. Like, why
Oh, of
bother
course,
risking
if
Wentz?
Yeah. I said that
There's no
last week.
There's no reason.
I said that
He
last
doesn't
week.
need to develop. He needs a better O-line. You're not going to get that this year.
Right, and I said
Yeah.
I said that this week. If that were to happen, then of course that's a no-brainer. But right now that doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
But, and then what if
Where-
what if by miracle Hurts comes in and goes 6-2 the second half of the season? Does the controversy start?
No, because you
No.
can't get
I
rid
mean-
of Wentz only because the dead cap money. It would just be too
Oh, it would hurt
detrimental
them.
to
It
the
would kill
team.
them.
It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense at
yeah.
all.
That's where you
So-
cut your
Makes a lot of
losses.
sense.
But
No.
Holla, Wentz.
They already have no cap.
Hey, speaking
Right.
of the real hero, though, I just want to get into this real quickly, though, because speaking of the real hero and the Super Bowl MVP and the reason y'all have a ring, Nick Foles, man, my guy's back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say back.
You know-
I mean,
Oh, he's back.
I mean, it wasn't hard to beat Trubisky though.
So, Sam, you must be just like Derek. You guys just like hate. I feel like Eagles fans, you don't have to defend Carson Wentz by not defending other quarterbacks. So like, if we say Jalen Hurts might be good, you're like, fuck that. No, he's horrible.
No,
Or
no,
let me-
no.
Foles could be good. Well, he's not that good.
No,
Like
no.
Foles is still good.
Listen to me.
You guys defend Wentz a lot.
It's not about
Wait.
hate. It's not
Right.
about hate. It's literally about what makes sense. So, for example,
No, I agree with that.
when everyone was talking about Nick Foles over Carson Wentz, okay, Super Bowl
Stupid.
year, that makes sense because he's injured, right? But when you're talking about moving forward as a franchise, Carson Wentz is, how old is he? Like 24?
28.
Five-
He's 28.
28?
28?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
But still younger than Nick Foles, right? So you're telling me someone that is younger, bigger, faster, stronger, you're gonna give him up for Nick Foles? Okay.
I have a question, though. I don't agree. I agree with you with the fact that, like, Carson Wentz, I would choose Carson Wentz over Nick Foles any day of the week. But my thing with Carson Wentz is this, and I mean, like, and you really got to think about this. Carson Wentz, since he came into the league, has been behind, I would say, I don't know if I'd say elite, but I'd say a damn good offensive line. And that's the reason that Nick Foles was able to take them so far, because
Sure.
he was
Mhm.
behind an elite. I mean, at that point, that year, they were an elite offensive line.
For
I'm
sure.
just saying,
Best in the
through,
league.
through Carson Wentz's career, he has been behind a very, very good offensive line.
Mhm.
So my thing is how good of a quarterback is he really? Because I understand, yes, you have to have a competent offensive line to showcase skills. But we've seen guys who have played with shitty offensive lines in the league and still be able to put up as good or better numbers than Carson Wentz.
Parker, but you're talking about top 3 ever. I mean, so like Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
can literally, you can give him high school line. I mean, not literally, but like you can give terrible line, he's still going to be good. You can give him, I mean, what is it? I saw a stat the other day. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes to first rounders in his entire career, like first round picks. Everything else has been after the first round. So like,
Right.
you're talking about once in a
Well, my
generation
point-
talent. Like Wentz
well,
isn't that, but he's still good and he needs a competent line. He's never gonna.
Well, that's my point,
Got
though.
it.
My point is, if you're not going to have that competent O-line, then, for example, like you look at, I mean, I'm not trying to make it but it's just something I'm familiar with. Cam Newton played with a shitty O-line his whole entire career
Mhm.
and put up MVP numbers. And why was he able to do that? Because he
So
could run
did
the
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
not with a shitty O-line.
No, I'm just saying.
That's my
he
point,
put
but
up
my-
MVP type.
But my point being is that Cam did that with a shitty O-line. Carson didn't. My point being is if you have a shitty O-line this year, why waste the health of Carson Wentz and a year that you're probably not going to win anyway, to where you can throw Jalen Hurts in there and he can give you that type of elusiveness to where you don't have to have an offensive line.
What I would say to that, and I hate making up excuses for him, the only thing is like who the heck is he throwing the ball to, right? Derek and I were talking about this after the game. Like, who is he throwing the ball to? Alshon Jeffrey wasn't playing. Deshaun Jackson got hurt again. Jalen Rager's out. So, I mean, like, a lot of these guys, and again, I know not everyone has
And Dallas
had a
Goedert
camp,
got hurt,
right?
too.
I get that.
I know.
Right, Dallas Goedert got hurt. So, like, it's not even the fact that his O-line's great. Because there's actually some – if you watch, like, the replay of things, he's just not – it's not even the O-line's that bad, like, or blocking that way. The play calling's that bad. Carson Wentz actually has been just kind of bad this year. But it's because I don't think he has the timing down with these guys who are – I mean, he's throwing to John Hightower and Greg Ward and Zach Ertz, yeah. But you saw Zach Ertz was money, right? Like, every time he threw to him. But a lot of the time he's throwing to these guys who just haven't played, right?
In the NFL,
I
if
mean,
you hold that ball the extra second, that's
That's what I'm
bad news.
saying.
Can I
I agree with that. I agree with the
I think
timing.
it's just a mixture of bad things. Everything
Yeah.
is just not going
A
well.
hurricane of disaster.
Right. Let me just say this one thing though. I think a big part of this whole issue is Doug Peterson. So because he's the one calling these plays, he's not utilizing Wentz the right way at all. I'm at the point now, Sammy, I don't know if you're here. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move on from Doug Peterson.
No.
I want
don't.
Eric Bieniemy. I want Eric Bieniemy because you know what I saw. You know what I see. You know what I see on the sideline. You know what I see. I see him actually firing these guys up, trying to talk the offense to get their stuff.
Yeah, but Derek, he
Doug
has
Peterson.
Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
Right.
I mean, like, who was Carson Wentz throwing to?
Listen, I get that. But think back to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would have ran that Philly special if Nick Foles didn't say something.
I don't know. See, if you want to
Frank
point
Reich made
fingers
that
at
decision.
someone,
Ray Burton, let's go Gators.
That too. Frank too.
I
need someone else calling the
blame
plays.
Howie Roseman. I would blame Howie Roseman, not even
Howie
Doug
deserves a
Peterson.
huge chunk of blame.
Hold on. I'm
Howie does.
No. He has never, like, if you look at the draft from the last 3 years, he has, like, not hit on anyone. He is horrible at evaluating talent coming out of the draft. I mean,
I'll
look,
give you talent evaluation for sure.
He would rather draft Jalen Hurts in the second round and Jalen Reagor than try to trade those 2 picks to the Falcons to get CeeDee Lamb. Like, that I won't get. I think it's stupid. I don't like Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman for me has failed to bring
guy,
in.
though.
That's exactly what I was
why
saying.
I love him.
He got you guys out of like a worse cap situation than the Bills like 4 years ago. The Bills overpaid under talent, right? Like we just horrible, which is what Chip Kelly got you guys into. And nobody but Brandon Beane, who's the GM for the Bills now, and Howie Roseman could ever get people out of that cap hell. So I don't think you get rid of Howie in general. You're going to need Howie for the cap stuff forever.
You keep
right?
him
So move him more into
contracts.
that role.
Yeah.
More into that role to figure out money and contract negotiations, stuff like that. And bring in a talent evaluator. Louis Riddick, dude.
That's
Louis
who I want.
and now, obviously, people are like overhyping him a little bit because he's been like the center of Monday Night Football, or whatever. But that man has an eye for talent.
That's why
that man is called. He's called out a lot of good college talent. Parker, Louis Riddick. Yeah. He knows good talent.
I'm telling you,
5th, 6th, 7th round.
If the Eagles are smart, they will hire me as their GM. I've called out elite talent on multiple years.
Because Jalen Hurts will be the fucking quarterback tomorrow.
No, I'm not the coach. I'm just the GM.
Anyway, hot take. I think the Eagles win Sunday, though. They do this every year. They play the Niners. Hot take. They're going to beat them on Sunday night. They always beat teams they shouldn't. And they lose to teams.
I just need Miles Sanders to give me like 30 points. That's all I need.
Let me say this. Talking about quarterbacks, we're talking about some boo-boo quarterbacks right now. I want to talk about some elite quarterbacks.
Hey,
and when I talk about
Newton, don't say that about Carson Wentz now, though.
When I talk about he's boo-boo right now. He's boo-boo right now. Boo-boo right now.
Yeah, he is.
I want to talk about. I'm willing to give the nod. I'm willing to give the nod. I'm not going to even talk about Cam. I'm willing to give the nod when I'm talking about elite quarterbacks. Obviously, you're talking about Wilson, Mahomes. There's a man that's been playing his little butt off, and really, in my opinion, has been carrying the team on his back. We'll see how long it can last. I hope not long, but I got to give a nod to Josh Allen because my boy's been going off. Well, my non-boy, Jonathan's boy, has been
Derek, you know this last year, and you laughed at me so much in my preseason predictions of them making the playoffs.
I apologized already.
A lot of people listen. No. I know. Listen, but a lot of people had no. So what I hate is when it comes to talent evaluation, it's not a come in and play good right away, right? Like someone like Josh Allen, he was a complete project. I wasn't pissed when we drafted him. Like I went back and I like searched my posts on Facebook. But yeah, quarterbacks are wild. Like I was like, he's athletic. He has a good arm. He's going to work for the Buffalo Winners.
Great arm.
great arm.
Yeah.
But he wasn't accurate. Like we all knew he wasn't accurate. So I will say this: coming into the NFL, nobody was incorrect. He was inaccurate. He needed to work on his game, but people just didn't believe he could. Like he just wouldn't ever put the work in. That man's put in the work in every single offseason. It's paying off. He's balling. He's balling.
He also
balling.
has Stephon Diggs.
I was going
I
to
wish
say,
the Eagles had someone like
But
that.
Stephon Diggs helps open up the offense. We say that for anybody, right? Like so, Brady's had Welker and Randy Moss at once. Cam had Steve Smith, who's a baller, and opened up the field for everyone. I mean, you can't. That doesn't mean nothing. Alshon, so take Alshon
Doesn't
Jeffrey
hurt.
off the team. Do you guys ever win the Super Bowl?
No, I don't
Without
think so.
Alshon?
You know what I mean? Though, like
That
that's what
year-
I'm saying. Like every
that year he was
quarterback
good.
needs a top guy. That's
Nah.
that's on the GM to get that guy.
Alshon and Nelson Aguilar. As much as we give Aguilar,
That year.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Aguilar
But that's what I'm
balled
saying
out
though.
that year.
You need
Yeah.
those guys though. Like it's like we had Kelvin Benjamin's fat ass as our number one receiver for a whole year.
Yeah.
I-
And I had
that's
high
it.
hopes from that year too.
Man, what are you telling? But, so Allen. But the thing is, and I think the scariest part about it is he still has more to improve.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So looking at the all 22 film, which I watch every time because I follow, which I really want to get on one of these podcasts one day. It's dude Eric Turner, who started a film review called Cover One for the Bills, and he goes through all the film and different things he sees, good and bad. Like he's not biased, right? He's going to tell you the truth. And Allen's missed some easy throws, like we all see.
I was about to say, you still see that spark of inaccuracy, and he gets away with some throws.
Yeah,
too.
and you know what? I'm not going to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, he's nowhere near the same level of talent right now, but he has the same skill set. He could get there. Right?
I'll say this about Allen. He reminds me, and I'm not just saying this. He does remind me of Cam Newton when he first came into when he was having those.
I can't even.
But,
So I see what
but
you're
here's
saying.
here's the difference. You take a little bit better passer and a little bit worse runner, and that's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
As far as Cam Newton goes.
So
I don't know, man. Cam Newton, MVP Cam
That wasn't his first
balling, man.
But Josh Allen, if Josh Allen continues to play the way he's been playing, that's MVP Cam.
I agree with that.
If not for Russell Wilson having 14 touchdowns to start the year, we're talking Allen MVP.
Mahomes has
right
been looking solid. But let me say this about Allen, and like the thing is I think. Well, we'll get into the Bills versus Pats in a second. I don't want to talk about Allen, but Allen, the best passing defense he's played so far this year is actually the Dolphins.
Their defense is decent.
They're ranked. I told y'all.
Yeah,
they're ranked. They're ranked 13th.
Right.
And then they play the Jets, and then the Rams actually has the worst passing defense in since
which
you guys
is
played.
surprising.
McVay just likes to score. That's why.
Yeah, and they have freaking Talib and Ramsey. I mean, I think they're bottom 7. So
Probably because they score so much in the defense.
Right.
Yeah.
on the
Just
field.
tired,
I mean-
gassed out. Yeah. So the biggest thing with Allen though is he's an anomaly. Like you can't fit him into one box. He's not Big Ben. He's not Brett Favre. He's not Donovan McNabb. He's not. So I've heard all these comparisons. So what he could be if he continues, he's all of the above. He has little bits and pieces of all of them, but it just hasn't all come together until now. You know what I mean?
who he
always had
reminds
the
me
talent.
of? He reminds me of an athletic Matthew Stafford.
I like that.
I think that's
Strong
who he
arm with it.
reminds me of.
That's not
a lot,
bad.
yeah.
And
Matt
you know what?
Stafford's
And I'll
pretty
say this
underrated,
with the
too.
clutch gene, because Allen has, I think he's only been starting for 2. Well, this is his second full year as a starter.
Bro, let's be
he,
real.
He has 11 game-winning drives.
Let's
So, I
be
mean,
real.
he's clutch.
That pass interference call Sunday, that was
It
weak.
was a good call.
That was weak,
Good call.
JT.
It was a good call.
No. Don't play that bullshit
It was
with me.
good
The game's
call.
over. As a former free safety, I am so unbiased when it comes to pass interference on both sides. And I will tell you, that call was weak.
It was
was
weak,
weak.
but it's a good call.
It was weak. I don't like
It's
all
a good
that
call.
ticky-tacky
But
bullshit. But
it's a good call.
here's the deal. And I'm going to start getting into the Pats here in a second because we're going to talk about the division. Because we talked about the NFC East booty hole division. Now AFC has not been the NFC's always been a better division just as a whole than the AFC. But I think you're going to have. I mean, the Bills haven't been, but I think this year the Bills will be a titan. They are. Dwayne's in the building.
What's up?
happening, good people?
Hey,
He already did the
Don't-
intro.
don't worry. I did the intros, and I tried to do them Dwayne-esque. You'll have to hear later.
I already know, Parker. I know you did.
You're gonna have to redo it, my man.
But
Let's
It's all right.
I don't have as much. I don't have as much class as you do.
Nah.
Hold on, let me finish.
He did good.
Yeah, Parker, my guy. Let's do this thing, man.
He did
So,
good.
okay, Jonathan, I need to redo it, or you was right.
Nah, he's good. He's all right,
Yes,
man. We
hey,
good. We good.
Hey, just
I was
Dwayne,
just messing with him.
just send me a couple tips and tricks next time. Next time you got to take somebody home from.
You can do an
I
intro
got
for
you.
yourself.
I got
Got
you,
you,
brother.
bro.
I got you.
There's
Hey,
no
real quick,
replacing you,
since
brother.
Dwayne Hobbs said, I gotta ask him, why your shitty Titans bringing COVID into my league, man? Come on,
Hold
man.
on. First of all, don't call my 3-0 team shitty. Number one.
My 3-0 team's right there with you. So
Okay,
I mean,
so
My
you have
2-1 team's there.
You have no right to call a 3-0
Man,
team shitty.
Derek, we
sir.
can't talk right
I
now.
have
We
nothing to
already
say.
know.
I'm reminiscing
If
of
you're-
the time.
If you're above 500, raise your hand.
Exactly.
Hey.
All right. Derek, no, I got you. If you're a champion, please.
But I was about to
raise
say,
your
if you got a ring in
Oh, I'm a champion 6 times, bitches. Let's go, Pats.
oh, you motherfucker. Hey, 27 right here. Let's go, baby.
Oh,
Too.
Jonathan, yeah,
It's all
Jonathan,
good.
I
It's all
don't think
good.
I'm actually a Red Sox fan, so.
All right, I gotta go, boys. Let's see you later.
Hey man.
Hey, you can't be ruining. You can't be ruining. The Titans can't be ruining Cam's comeback season Super Bowl parade, bro.
So what's going on with that? What is going on with that? I didn't really read much into it.
I
The
didn't
only
either.
thing I
Dwayne.
can think of is that it's the South, because if that's the case,
It's
look at
Nashville,
Atlanta.
baby.
I mean, Derek, look in Atlanta. Are we walking around like there's COVID out here?
Bro, I don't even go anywhere because I don't trust people. Like,
From where I've been, bro. From where I've been, these folks out here in Atlanta acting like
No,
there's
this is the
COVID.
South. Ain't nobody
the
give a
South.
crap. I'll tell you right now, just straight
South
up.
just don't-
I know Jonathan don't know about that. Jonathan, earlier I was drinking something you probably never heard of. It's called sweet tea. I was drinking.
I'm not in fucking Siberia.
Wait, is Jonathan the only one living in the North right now?
Yeah, I'm in Buffalo. Yeah.
oh, man.
Oh, Jonathan's,
I lived in Florida, though. I
Hey,
understand.
you guys,
I'm just
you guys
fucking
are
with
you.
leaving me
I'm
out
half-
of this. I live in the
I'm
South.
half
too.
of a northerner.
Yeah.
I'm half in the northerner though. You get what I'm saying? I'm like,
But the North
I'm half
usually
of a
doesn't have good
northerner.
I'm
iced tea.
a New Englander by heart.
You
I-
are full of
I
shit.
like to say that too. I like to say that too.
It's crazy, man.
No,
Oh,
so,
look.
So what's
Dwayne,
going on with that?
was it? They're complete. Are they? So I don't. The way the league made their statement is like they can't even step in the facility to Saturday, right? The type if they don't,
Sunday, I
I'm
think.
actually just finding out about this myself.
like they can't play Sunday. There's no way you can't make them.
Nah, I think
They
they're
No,
can't
the
be off
game's
of-
already
Bro,
been
you're
canceled.
telling me the coach who said he would chop his dick off for a
No,
Super
all they
Bowl ain't
said
gonna
is
play with
so
one
that's
day
the thing.
notice?
The
My
NFL,
boy's gonna go out there and play.
all the NFL said is that they moved Sunday to Monday so
Bro,
far. So
y'all-
that
y'all
might
remember that?
change. But
Y'all remember when Variable said he would cut
Yeah.
his dick off for a Super Bowl? You're
The
telling me
plan
that
is-
man
yeah.
playing one day notice? That man will chop off his dick for a Super Bowl. If he's gonna chop off his dick for a Super Bowl, my boy will be ready on 1 hour notice to play a game. I'm just saying, Variable ain't no bitch. He was gonna go out there and play. The Titans will be ready. Tighten up, Dwayne.
if y'all fuck up this league, I swear to God,
It's
dude.
funny you should say that since you just mentioned the dick reference, but I'm gonna leave
Bro,
it alone.
I'm gonna be honest. I want that guy to be my coach. Whatever coach has the balls to say he cut his dick off to win a Super Bowl, hire him.
Hey man, hey.
That's commitment.
better him than me. I'm not doing that.
Fucking Super
You
Bowl.
already got one, man.
So,
Yeah,
you already
I'm
got
good.
one.
Are we? So, fellas, are we starting off from that point? The COVID situation, or y'all gonna go ahead?
We already got into something.
We got
Got in
into
a little
that,
bit,
yeah.
but we want to see your inside information, Dwayne. We know you got the inside sources of
You know
Tennessee,
what?
baby.
The funny thing is, I just found out about this really through Jonathan's text. So I didn't even have the time to look into it to find out what's going on here. So I
More
do
information
apologize,
coming
y'all,
soon.
for not being
That
able
man's
to-
got work.
more information.
Honestly, though, the thing
Breaking
is what are we
news.
supposed to? What are we? I mean, the thing is there's not much to read because the NFL's not going to release anything.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that we know that's been an organization that really, when it comes to information, Think about
keep
the
it
Ray
tight.
Rice situation and all of that. Like, look at how
Greg Hardy,
we knew little. Yeah, Greg. All
Aaron
that stuff.
Hernandez. My boys out here murdering folks. Go Gators.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah. Okay. On that note, but nah. I mean, what can you say? Like, it's we just got to find out as these details go along. This is the first situation. We knew it was coming, fellas. Did we?
Yeah, I was
not?
about to say this is not actually not even.
They did
Yeah, but you know
extend
what?
the
Like I
season in case this happened.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they have contingencies for a reason, man. And honestly, what they could do, they added a 7th playoff team. Eliminate that, then make an extra week of regular season if you need to. I mean, you
Bro,
just go
that is
like to 6. Like there's options. You don't need to have the 7 this year.
how
And, dude,
Bills.
the MLB they made it out. Like they're now in the playoffs. They had the breakout 1 week into the season with the Marlins, and it was 23 players, 10 staff. You know, the opposing team they played had like 10 positives. They shut it down, took them off a week, and then they all tested negative after. So as long as, I mean, look, there was always the risk, especially with football. I mean, you're literally like in their face. Like, what else are you supposed to do? Contact on contact. And teams there, or if you're in the South, you know, a team that's in the South, and they don't clearly, you know, these guys saying in Atlanta, they don't give a fuck. I mean, are the players scared? Like, I'm surprised Falcons players haven't already positive, you know, or you know,
give it time.
that's positive.
I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's
They're probably allergic to it right now because, you know, they're just gonna blow it anyway.
Dude, what's up with them, man?
We have the antibodies in the South. We bred different.
Dude,
That's how people think.
What's going on with these Falcons, man? They keep giving up the leads.
Derek caught that.
Yeah, they blowing hard, man.
Bro,
See?
yeah.
Exactly.
Look, all I'm saying is
Bro,
this: would it not be the most Bills thing ever? That the year they go, like, let's just say they go like undefeated, right? They make it into the playoffs. COVID strikes, and then they're gonna have to add an extension to that 30 for 30. It's like, what if I told you that the team that lost 4 Super Bowls in a row was going on to win another one? What if I told you that a pandemic hit 30 for 30 on
the 5th fall of Buffalo.
the 5th fall of Buffalo.
Yo, honestly,
oh my God!
No. I said the opposite. I said the day after the Bills win the Super Bowl, the apocalypse is coming. Like, just think about how bad this year has been. Why not top it off with a team that should have never won a Super Bowl winning a Super Bowl?
No, this is what happens.
Boom.
Josh Allen. We're like,
zombie
hey,
apocalypse.
This is Tony Romo and blah blah blah, and Josh Allen has a chance to have his 12th career game-winning drive in the Super Bowl. He throws it deep, 40 yards to Stephon Diggs. It's gonna be caught. Boom! Media. Apocalypse.
as long as I see Diggs catch it, I don't care.
No, right before it touches his fingertips, the refs ruled an incompletion. Game over.
Or Parker, it's kind of like that scene in Dark Knight Rises. You see him running.
Oh man, Heinz Ward.
Like, where'd everybody go?
He looks back. Diggs is like, damn.
What does the man say?
Oh man.
You will fear me. Like, what is it?
Yeah, something like that.
I am destruction. Like, I don't know. That's so funny, bro. But it don't matter anyway. It really doesn't matter because Pats are winning the division, boys. It doesn't matter.
I do still think the Patriots are going to win that division.
This is why, Jonathan. Be real with me. Be real with me. And I got one question for you. Here's the deal. Josh Allen, like, don't get me wrong, playing elite so far, right? And the difference between an elite quarterback and an average quarterback or a good quarterback is consistency. And he's been consistent through 3 weeks. Now that's not a huge resume, but you know, we've seen sports of this before. So if he can continue to keep it up, great. But here's the deal. The Bills could beat everybody and their mother. But my thing is this. The Bill Belichick ain't gonna let that happen. I don't care what you think. Like the Bills, if the Bills are going to win and beat the Patriots and win the division, the Bills are going to have to play elite. Not Josh Allen, the Bills, because so far I haven't really seen the Bills play elite. Josh Allen has been their savior. They've let teams come back. They've let teams come back, and Josh Allen's been carrying the team on his back. And my thing is I don't see Belichick letting that happen. And
I mean, you got to remember the Bills have been a top 2 defense for like 5 years now. So
but
right
like,
now they're 23rd. That ain't going to continue. They're going to go right
correct.
to the top 10.
And the Patriots offense is looking good. No one's been able to stop the Patriots offense. And like, even when the Patriots don't put up big numbers, it's like they're still moving the ball with ease. It's just they're running the damn ball. And the half is taking 10 minutes.
And I mean, Bill had problems stopping the run at times. Derek, you guys whipped their ass with the run last.
And my thing is like,
is
like the Patriots defense looked exposed against one guy so far. And really one guy like in the past, really in 2019, they gave up only 4 touchdowns in all of 2019 to receivers. There's only been one guy that's been able to expose the Patriots defense in the passing game in 2019 and then going on to 2020. And that's Russell Wilson. And the difference between Russell Wilson and Josh Allen, they both are good quarterbacks. They both can run. They both have arm strength. Russell, yeah, that's my boy. The difference between Wilson and Josh Allen is Wilson is insanely accurate, especially with the deep ball. And so if Josh Allen can be accurate with the deep ball and more accurate,
he needs to continue to it. Oh yeah. I mean, right now he's first in the league at 74% better than Wilson.
And if he does that, I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. I still think both teams make the playoffs regardless.
Oh yeah.
It's really more who wins the division.
Right. I mean, so I'll put it this way: Russell Wilson was my preseason MVP, if you guys remember last pod.
Yeah.
So he as of right now, he's the MVP, right?
My God,
I believe
good.
Most touchdowns through 3 weeks in
actually,
NFL
Mahomes
history.
was mine. Mahomes was mine. I was thinking about Wilson. I think
Yeah,
Dwayne was.
I mean,
too.
so it just so happens the year when I knew Allen was going to take a leap, I just didn't think he'd take like top 3 in MVP voting leap. Did anybody think that? Like, there's no Bills fan in this world that thought he'd be an MVP. I'll tell you right now. There's definitely nobody outside the Bills fandom that would have ever thought it. So the fact he's even in that conversation, I'm good with it because that means the Bills are going to be good.
We're going to talk a little bit of NBA talk right now. I see you. Now,
I love him.
So, fellas, a couple of things going on right now. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. We have an NBA Finals matchup. I am sorry to announce this, Derek and Sammy, but we have the official matchup underway. It is the Miami Heat taking on the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. COVID 2020 from the bubble. We won't even get to really see the experience because it's all in Orlando, Florida. But before we get into predictions on what we think about this actual matchup, we have a coaching change going on in the midst where Doc Rivers, actually we've been seeing a lot of that this season so far, but now Doc Rivers is officially no longer a Los Angeles Clipper. So therefore, fellas, who do you see replacing Mr. Rivers over here in LA, and who do you see Rivers going to coach in the future?
So I will say, first off, a little jab at the Celtics. The past couple of days, I was like really upset, right? Derek and I, of course, we talk every game, right? I was upset, but then I looked at this like in the glass half full kind of look. It kind of reminded me of like the Thunder, you know, when they used to be really young and really good. And you have to like look, man, Tatum is only 22, Jaylen Brown only 23. I mean, the future is definitely bright there.
Yeah, but that team didn't win anything, and they broke up the team.
You're right. I hope that doesn't happen.
and remember, Tatum, 3 or 4 of them won MVPs. Let's not forget about that.
If Tatum can get to that, what I'm trying to say is if Tatum and Brown can get to that type of skill level, I'll be very happy. But now talking about the coaching changes, I found it very interesting how Doc allegedly got a couple calls within the hour of him getting fired. I think it was like the Pelicans and the Sixers.
Yep.
I think would be interesting is him to go to Houston. I don't know why that hasn't been talked a lot of. I think Doc wants to go to a situation where the team is good. So I think he would be pretty good in Houston. Maybe the Sixers. I don't know how that locker room would mesh though, because
I think
there's a lot of questions there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think with Doc, I'm a Rockets fan, so I don't even know if I want Doc. I mean, I do want Doc, but at that time, like, I think Doc needs
He's a
to go to
great
a
players guy.
Yeah, and I think I just think Doc needs I think the Sixers and the Pelicans would be actually two perfect places for him for two reasons. The Pelicans are a young team. He can teach those guys. He can develop those guys, teach them how to win. The Sixers, same kind of thing. I think he can actually bring a winning type of culture to the Sixers. I'm not saying he'll win the championship.
Regular
Yeah,
season
but
winning.
listen,
I don't
Rivers
know about-
Rivers isn't the develop young guys coach.
Yeah.
He left the Celtics for that reason.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
you guys, we all know that.
Yeah,
So
he
Pelicans
said he
aren't
didn't
it
want
for
to be
me.
part of a rebuild.
There's not that much development
He's
that
not
the
gonna-
Pelicans
No,
need, though.
they're
They just
go-
need a little.
Well, the Pelicans
They're going to need
right,
development.
Yeah, they need
They're still
development.
rebuilding. I mean, they have like 10 draft picks in the next 4 years. So he
The
doesn't want to deal with rookies.
The Sixers are more so like in a almost like a soft rebuild at this point. Like
They're in
don't
a
know.
weird situation. that
Oh, I
team.
mean, they can't rebuild because of cap. Like they're stuck where they're at. So I think
By the way,
Well,
to fix that culture, you bring someone like Rivers in who can make them get a winning mindset. Do I think
Correct.
they're going to beat the Celtics going forward or the Raptors? No.
I don't even think they're gonna
No,
beat the
no.
Nets.
I do think that Doc probably tries to go back to the East. But I also think that
Man, wouldn't that be something to see the Celtics fans again? That'd be just another reason for them to hate the Sixers.
By the way, the Clippers are done.
Yeah, I when I saw that move, I wasn't gonna lie. I think Kawhi and PG went there because they wanted to play for Doc. I don't know how if they
They
don't win,
stay there,
next year,
but
they're gone.
everyone else is gone. Lou Williams is gone. Montrezl Harrell's gone. Those are two main
well,
contributors.
Lou's got one more year.
They trade him away. I think. I don't see Doc in Houston. The one guy that I want for Houston is the one guy that I think the Clippers could look at, which they haven't been any reports. The reports of the Clippers are thinking about Ty Lue, stupid,
So it
or
makes sense.
Jeff Van Gundy. I don't know about that either.
I mean, it's Kenny Atkinson.
No, that's it. But the guy I want is my boy Sam Castle, ex-Rocket.
So,
He's been a
I
great
can see it.
He's been a great coach for the Clippers as a pretty much the right-hand man to Doc, and the players love him. He won the championship with the Rockets when they were there. He's a brilliant mind, so they say. So I'd like the Rockets to get him, but
Great.
yeah, but I think the Clippers could look at him because a lot of the players in the Clippers organization like Sam Castle. And you know Dodo from Microsoft, who just sits there and claps aggressively. He's like, whatever. He's not a dodo. I don't want to say that. He's one of the richest men in the world. But Steve Ballmer is going to be like, what? Oh, who do you want? Who do you want me to hire? You know, let's get the energy up, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Apparently, Kawhi wanted to keep Doc, and
Yeah.
Ballmer said
Yeah.
no.
I wonder why. I wonder why not a lot of people are talking about Atkinson though. If I'm a team, that's the coach
Listen,
I want.
when the Knicks
Sixers
when the
would be
Knicks
a
are
good
looking
spot
for
for
a
him.
coach, I think I wanted Atkinson as the Knicks coach because he left the Nets, and it's like come over across the bridge and come.
I don't know about Atkinson. I think it's just based off look. My guy looks like a little oily. Looks like he's ripping heaters on the sideline. I don't know.
He's a heck of a coach, though.
What
He
are you
is
doing
a
with the
heck of a
Nets?
coach.
He's great.
He
coach.
made that team decent when they sucked.
Yeah, because all they did was
He
shoot
made that-
threes.
Hold on. He made that team decent when they destroyed their cap and had no draft picks.
Yeah.
That man got every ounce out of the worst.
But
player
they
in that
had
team.
somewhat talent. Levert.
But they only
Dinwiddie.
had D'Angelo
No,
Russell.
before that they had
was
Russell.
it.
That's it.
No,
Russell,
they-
that was
Levert,
it.
and Dinwiddie.
Before Levert. Before them,
Yeah,
bro.
but they weren't
Yes.
anyone.
Who's
They
changing
were.
up?
They had
weren't
no one.
anyone.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, maybe I got to peek into Atkinson.
Who they have? Who's the guy that's been on
They
every
had
single
Dinwiddie,
team?
but he just wasn't
What
good.
was his name? Dude, who's the point guard that's been literally? I think he's played for every team. Troy Daniels.
Deron Williams.
No.
No, that was before.
Great hire by the
Backup
Bulls,
point
though.
guard.
Great hire by the Bulls. Billy Donovan.
Oh yeah,
He's
great,
perfect
great
for that
hire.
team.
I mean, I don't see.
By the
anything wrong
way,
with him at all.
Watch out for Bradley Beal to the Bulls.
You think that's happening?
Bradley Beal could be the next.
Bradley Beal loves himself some Billy D. Billy D recruited him. He played for him in college. And Bradley Beal's been all over Twitter talking about some Billy D. So let me tell you, I'm telling you. Well, I mean, they have good guard play, but at the end of the day, like, it's not Bradley Beal. Not really. I mean, Levine's okay, and like they got a couple other guys, but I'm telling
Well,
you,
Levine would have to be in the trade, probably.
I would
Yeah.
think so.
what's
I think-
Beal's
I think-
contract?
I
He just
think-
signed next to.
I think Bradley Beal should go to the
In a
Nuggets.
few
man.
years.
Put him on the Nuggets next to Murray.
Yeah,
Woo!
but who are they going to trade for?
I don't want
They
that to
have
happen.
to.
Michael Porter draft picks.
Well,
Yeah, but
the
they
salary-
have
Michael
to commit
Porter
the
to-
cap.
yeah,
Probably
salary-
Oh.
Harris.
The cap is what? Jokic and Murray. I mean, who else make it? Oh, Millsap.
Yeah, but you have to
Millsap.
remember the cap's
Like a
going to go
massive
down.
contract. Oh, because
Cap's
of
going down.
it's cold.
Yeah, so
Yeah, true.
well, the
Well, not-
one
not
year
many
it's going to
teams
go
can do
down for a year.
'Cause even the Bulls
Yeah.
are paying Levine like 24.
So who do you think the Clippers hired though?
That's what I was saying. I think Ty Lue actually.
I think Cassell.
Seller or
Lue.
Ty Lue makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I could see
those
Ty
players
Lue.
are those players are already familiar with him.
Yeah, it's gonna have to
Mhm.
be somebody that Kawhi trusts. I mean, the goal is to keep Kawhi for the Clippers.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, one-
Jason
Jason
Kidd's
Kidd
out
would be
there
great.
too.
It'd be
What
great.
is
it, yeah.
I personally love Lionel Hollins.
Lionel Hollins.
He
What
is
everyone
a
thinks he's-
great, obviously Dwayne from the
Yes.
grind days with the Grizzlies.
What about
He's a hell of a coach,
Now,
man.
there's another coach behind Lionel Hollins who came after him.
I was
I
about
was
to
going to
say.
suggest, which is Mr. David Fisdale.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask.
I think he's.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
he's too good in
Fisdale's-
his role now.
I mean,
Fisdale-
he's more of a win now. I mean, I can see it. He's the player's coach.
No. Fisdale is
He's going to stay on ESPN.
not head coaching material.
I don't think he is. Yeah.
He's not smart enough, but
I
the
mean, he
players
was.
love him.
Is any coach a Knicks coaching material? I mean, I don't blame him for anything with the Knicks. Like I
The
give him
Knicks
more
are
credit
just-
for the.
You guys have Thibodeau.
I got a good idea. I
No,
got
but what I'm
something that's
saying is
sneaky
like,
though.
I mean, that might change everything. But I'm saying like with Fisdale, he was set up for failure. Like he's a coach. Remember, everywhere he's coached, he's been on a winning team.
I got some
He had
sneaky
to
moves
come
for y'all
into
though.
a losing team and try to bring them up from nothing. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
got to be the
that's-
right situation, and I don't think it'll be in the West. But bold prediction: Popovich is on the move, ladies and gentlemen.
No. That
Why
ain't
does he
there.
want to stay? Why does he want to stay in San Antonio?
Because he's been there for no.
so where
That's
though?
no.
Tires a spur.
There's a reason it's a hot
Yeah.
take, Sammy.
It ain't happening.
Are you saying to the
But-
Clippers?
No. He would never leave for the Clips.
Okay.
Popovich don't want to be with Kawhi again.
Right. So where are you if you have that take though, where do you see him?
All I'm saying is this: it's never gonna happen. But tell me this situation would be ideal for Popovich.
Oh, don't do it.
Where?
Houston, baby.
Don't do it, man.
Ain't
Come
fucking
on,
going
bro.
there. Ain't going there, bro.
But the Rockets. We might see the Rockets apparently have interest in Miles Turner.
Okay.
So
Who are they gonna give up? Probably
Yes.
Robert Covington.
Eric Gordon and somebody else? No, probably.
yeah, but they
Eric.
have to want Eric Gordon.
Apparently, and I saw this, by the way. I saw 76ers were interested in Mike D'Antoni for two reasons. Number one, because he can revolutionize in the offense. And I also
He
saw
was there, by the way. He was there
Yeah.
during during the years they were bad. They could have kept him, but they decided to keep Brett
Mike-
Brown.
apparently, the 76ers are hoping that Mike can lure away Harden from the Rockets.
Nah.
Well, when he's
So-
a free agent. they
No,
said.
no. Like Harden demands a trade and leaves.
Bro, he
go-
has 2
to
years
go
on
to
his
Philly.
contract. By then, he'll be old. Nah, I don't see it.
He's making like
Let's see.
43 a year.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen. I'm just saying
Right.
that's what
I don't
It
think
ain't
it is.
happening.
that's what
Right.
the 76ers are hoping for.
That's what they're
Yeah,
hoping
it
for,
ain't.
yeah. But the thing about that doesn't make sense
76ers
to
hope
me
for everything.
is like what are you doing? Like if you're going to, which I'm assuming you would keep who?
Horford's still under
He-
contract then,
There's
by
only-
the way, so they have to trade.
There's only one
Horford.
player that's untouchable from the Rockets, and
Right.
it's James Harden. And I feel like if James Harden wants out, they're going to let him out because Tillman Fertitta is a cheap asshole. So he's willing to get rid of all of them. But Morey's there. Look, this is the thing with the Rockets too, though, and their coaching vacancy as well as offseason. Daryl Morey does it every year. He's going to make some big move. He's going to hire who he thinks he should hire, and they're going to go ring chasing again. And they really only have about 2 more years to do that shit. So he better get on it. But I'd love to see Harden be a Rocket for life, but I'm just saying you got. I mean, what are the vacancies? You got the Clippers, you got the Rockets, you got the
You got the
76ers,
Sixers.
and who else am I missing? Is that it?
Vacancies.
The Thunder,
Indiana.
the Thunder, and Indiana. So it's like the two most desirable jobs.
Indiana let their coach go.
Yeah,
McMillan, yeah.
they were the first
Yeah,
to let their
they
coach
put
go.
out a terrible statement too, man.
That
Yeah,
was
they did.
horrible.
They
That
were
was
like-
horrible.
Everything bad he ever did. It was
Yeah.
a statement. It's like, bro, he
Like,
came
after
there.
going this in the postseason and that, and now I'm like McMillan's kind of.
I mean, he kind of brought that franchise back. a little bit.
McMillan might be a sneaky hire for another team, though.
I think so.
I like
too.
McMillan. Like,
At
if
worst, I would see him on the staff with the Cassell, maybe. I think they've coached together in the past. So possible.
look, here you go. You get, and McMillan's a freaking excellent defensive coach. You get Sam Castle for the Rockets. You get a little McMillan. You sprinkle in. But the thing is like, if you're a coach, you're wanting to go to the Rockets or the Clippers. And to be
Yeah,
honest
sure.
with you, this is a biased take. I'm willing to admit it. But personally, I think, and I mean, like I said, bias, but I think Houston's the premier head coach vacancy over any of the head coach vacancies currently.
Yeah, you're.
I
biased,
would
Sean.
say yes because there's a lot of uncertainty with LA. Like
A lot
if
of
you don't
uncertainty.
win,
You're playing in the same arena as LeBron James and the Lakers. You know that your GM's going to do whatever it takes to win.
I don't understand with Bomber's connections to Seattle and how much money he has. He should just take the team there, bro.
Might as well.
They could dominate the NBA on a popularity level if they go.
I
back
think
to
they
Seattle.
already have a new arena getting built.
Yeah, well, I'm
No.
saying before,
the
before that,
hockey
I'm saying
team,
he
but,
should
like-
have done it. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen in the next. It's not going to happen in the Kawhi Paul George era.
It's not going to happen anytime. I'm saying they already have like a lease, and
Yeah, they
the
bought
new arena's going to
Land
go
and
up.
stuff.
for
My
the
thing is
Clippers.
like, I don't even know, because like my thing with the Clippers is how do you upgrade from Doc, and who's out there that's like you have three teams. Well, you have two teams who want to win now, and that's the Rockets and the Clippers. So
I could see D'Antoni. Oh no,
D'Antoni's
not a
I mean, you need
defensive.
honestly for me, you need someone that the stars are going to respect. That's most important. But B, you need a tactician, whether it's the head coach himself or they hire an assistant that steps in and does that. They had no system. It was all. If you rewatch some of the games, it was all Kawhi ISO, Paul George ISO,
That's why they
Lil
lost.
Will ISO. That's why they lost.
Yeah.
You bring it, Derek, right now. Brad Stevens' system with the Clippers
Oh, they
win the chip.
easily win the chip,
for sure.
Brad
hands
Stevens-
down.
Brad Stevens
Hands
with
down.
anyone in the West wins the fucking championship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. His system, his coaching acumen is insane.
It is.
Oh my
but-
God, let me tell you, my fiance who she's a Celtics fan because I'm a Celtics fan. So she was saying like after they lost, yo, they should fire Stevens. And I said, shut the F up. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That was like the most
Yeah.
Getting him-
And the
stupid
thing
shit
is,
I've
you look at
ever
it. They're
heard.
a young team for one, but I always look at like when you see team. I look at the sideline guys, right? But I look at the sidelines with players, and I always look at how they react with the coach. You
Mhm.
see Tatum's eyes locked with Stevens.
Yeah,
If
but
your
they're
star,
young too.
if your star's listening to the coach, no reason to get rid of him.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then you see Kawhi, Doc Rivers comes up to him. He's like, Paul George, Lou Will. I mean, they don't.
Every
they don't,
superstar's like that though. What superstar listens to their coach?
I mean,
Unless you're
I
Steph
feel
Curry.
I feel like most coaches do though, man. Like except LeBron, who has a higher IQ than every coach in the NBA. Except
Tatum
Popovich.
listens. I think Tatum's gonna be a superstar.
He's
listens to his
22. I
coach.
think he's
Okay.
what 2 years from now he'll probably be top of the league, top 5.
Yeah,
Speaking
I'm
of
already kind of
superstars.
consider him that anyway. So
He's getting there, bro.
Yeah.
So I would agree with the argument to put him there. I
yeah.
think it's no question in 2-3 years.
Oh, not at all.
Sure.
Not at all.
Dwayne, where were you going?
I was again speaking of superstars and speaking of in 2 or 3 years, that leads us to the current talk of the NBA Finals and coaches and all of this talk because here we have Coach Spo, yet another coach with a very young team in their first NBA Finals. Well, with this crop since 2014, going against this experienced old Lakers squad that, well, for the most part, has experience with the exception of their other superstar. Fellas, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson against, well, the rest of the Lakers role players. Fellas, how do you
Hey,
see this finals
Derek,
playing out?
Lakers
I'm
in
gonna
5.
give Derek.
I'll
Oh,
go
Lakers.
Lakers in
I got
5.
Lakers in 4. That's just obvious.
A Lakers and a
But
gentleman's sweep.
Derek, I'm gonna give Derek credit here because it might have been 2 episodes ago. You said we were talking about coaches and like Nick Nurse, who's proven that he can coach without a superstar, and other coaches. You said Eric Spoelstra, if he makes it past the second round, you put him up there with like top 5, hands down. Like Derek called it. Derek said straight up, Spoelstra, and I don't think I really argued it. I was just like, I want to see a little more. And I mean, you called it. So
He's
credit
a
to you.
top 5 coach in the league for sure.
Hands down, man.
Brad
Like,
Stevens
He might be top
and-
3.
top 3. Yeah.
I wouldn't even argue against it because Eric Spoelstra,
He
Brad Stevens
reminds me of Pat Riley, man. I hate to
those
say
are
it,
my
but
2 favorite coaches.
he's
I'll
got that Riley like vibe.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I think that this finals matchup, the bias in me, I want to see LA fail so bad. I really do. This is going to be very interesting because this is going to come down to coaching versus the player. So I really view this as Eric Spoelstra versus LeBron James.
It is.
There's, to me, that's the only matchup I'm really paying attention to. And I want to see how Spoelstra is going to take advantage of those things which he sees with the Lakers, because I think they have a very good shot.
So,
I'm not going to say the Lakers are going to
I
lose.
don't think they do.
I'm not going to say Miami's going to lose. But I'm going to say this.
No. I'm coming with a hot take. Say it, Derek. I'm following you.
I think Miami has a very good shot at beating the Lakers this year. I think they do. And it's because I'm gonna just say it like this. I believe that the way Eric Spoelstra utilizes zone against the Celtics is a very good map to use against the Lakers.
Derek, hold on a second.
Hold on.
I see where you're coming from.
But
Okay.
let me just say this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be because the Lakers have their high percentage shots are more so in the paint. Like, you're going to have to basically beat this team. You got to beat Miami from the perimeter. Let me ask you something. Do you actually believe they're going to be able to beat them from the perimeter? They're smaller. Miami's smaller. They're going to have 2 or 3 guys in that paint, packing that paint. Do you believe that the Lakers are going to be able to outshoot Miami? Because to me,
I don't
you're going to
think-
need Danny Green.
I don't think
Rondo.
you need to.
You're going to have those guys to really shoot on every
I'm going to be
night.
wishy-washy. Not just for hot takes, but hear me out, boys. I'm going hot. Actually, not that hot. You know what? I'm sticking to it. I'm willing to take the bullets if I need to. Heat in 6. Let's go, boys.
I'm actually leaning toward that.
Listen, it's Lakers. Listen, for me,
For
it's
this reason and this reason only.
Parker.
This reason and this reason only. Eric Spoelstra is going to have the biggest chip on his shoulder. That lady automatically asked him, "You're going to go play against LeBron." He's like, "Bitch, pause. I'm trying to enjoy this." Eric Spoelstra, I'm telling you, it's Eric Spoelstra versus LeBron. And you know Eric is going to be talking to his boys. And I'm just saying that I'm excited, but Heat in 6. I just feel, I don't know why. I just feel it. I just feel Eric Spoelstra.
So-
when he told that lady to pause and let him enjoy it, it changed me.
So
Parker,
Go
you
ahead,
read my
James.
mind, sir.
I think you're wrong only because, one, I don't even think LeBron is the best player on this team right now. I think it's
For sure.
Anthony Davis.
For sure.
And if there's one guy who can attack, like, you don't need to beat them from the 3. You just need to be able to get into the zone. And I think you will see at times Kuzma playing at the 4 instead of, and you'll just put Anthony Davis at the 5. I think you need someone to just be able to get into the zone and be able to kill them from the mid-range. And even if you do try to play from the outside, and at some point you're going to have Bam Adebayo trying to guard Anthony Davis out there, I don't think he can. I think he's more adept at trying to cover him in the paint. And I think the Lakers know that because that's not Anthony Davis's game. He doesn't bang the paint like a lot of players. He's not going to be able to outmuscle a Bam. I think he will be able to beat him from the outside. I do think the Lakers will win, and I think they're going to win.
Listen, this ain't the '04 Pistons, man. Like they're not clogging the
No.
paint with three bigs.
No.
LeBron's gonna go all over them, bro. Like that's he's gonna break the zone.
Listen,
Okay,
this is what I'm saying though. LeBron and AD, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
They're gonna get theirs.
But that is
But it's
like
Caruso,
just like Kobe and Shaq
Kuzma.
back in the day, bro.
Yeah, but guess what? Kobe and Shaq had guys you could rely on every single game.
Did they though?
Hell yeah.
Every single game?
Rick.
They don't call him Big Shot Bob for nothing.
Rick Fox.
Yo,
Yeah,
hold on, come on.
Hold on.
We said every game.
Every game
They did
There
not
was a
show up
video.
every game.
No. But here's the
There
I'm
thing.
was
not
a
saying
video.
they always showed up every game. I'm
The
saying
Heat's guys show up every game. The Lakers don't.
That's my
Yeah, but Kobe and Shaq always showed up while their role players never always
Hold
did
on.
either.
Now,
Jonathan. What I'm saying though is, okay, maybe not every game. That's more of an exaggeration. But when the game is on the line, I know they can rely on those guys, right? My point is, I don't know if you can tell me that KCP, Kuzma, Danny Green, J.R. Smith, Caruso, like all those guys. I know Dwight Howard is going to be Dwight Howard.
But what have the
I
Heat
know
proven,
JaVale
though?
McGee is going to do what he needs to do. I'm saying those other guys, I don't know if I trust their depth as much as I trust Miami's.
But so what have they proven, Miami?
What have
A
they
lot.
proven? Yeah, they've proven that they
So
can
like
step
Danny
up.
Green hasn't proven he hasn't stepped up in the playoffs before?
I'm not saying he hasn't stepped up before. I'm saying I'm listen. I'm not talking about the past in terms of
Yeah,
2
but,
3
I mean,
years
they
ago.
still have that in them.
I'm not talking about the past in terms of 2 or 3 years ago. I'm talking about this season. They're not a great shooting team, right? So I'm saying I believe the guys in Miami are going to be able to do more so what they want to be able to do more than LA. I believe the coaching is a big thing.
Just
with
say
this
it, Derek.
matchup.
What is it? Heat and 6? Say it with me. Heat and 6. Heat and 6.
Out of respect for AD and LeBron, I'm gonna say Heat and 7.
Wow, out of respect. I like that. Tip of the
Yeah,
cap.
I
Out of
think it's going to be Lakers in 5, bro. I don't see it.
So Lakers in
Actually,
5?
Lakers in
Dwayne.
4.
What you got, Dwayne?
I am going with you, Parker. You read my mind.
Heat and 6, bro.
6 at the latest 7.
I was feeling those wavelengths from that afro, bro.
6. Look, no, I mean, because after listening to everybody's points here, I see where Sam is going. Here's the thing. This is AD's first NBA Finals.
Sure.
We don't know.
It's
what
Jimmy
he's gonna
Butler's
do.
first.
It is.
And Bam,
So they're
And
neutral.
Harrell.
They're neutral. They are
Duncan.
neutral.
Yeah, but you have a lot
Because-
of players with NBA championship experience on the Lakers.
You've got some on the Heat as well.
Yeah, you also
I
got the
trust
guys
Dude,
walking out.
Udonis
Guy.
Haslam.
Udonis Haslam is still
He's
on
not
the
gonna
Right.
he's not gonna touch the court.
Let's go Gators. Udonis Haslam.
Haslam is still
He's
on
not gonna
that
touch the
team.
court.
Guys,
He doesn't have to. He's
Guys.
a presence. Trust me.
That
it has
doesn't
nothing,
mean anything.
Listen,
But
listen.
it's not
Eric
even just that.
Spoelstra is the championship coach.
Spoelstra is.
Yeah.
There's that. No, there's that. But then also,
But you're
I mean,
acting like
but
this-
LeBron is a
have
championship coach too, though, because he's coached
Iguodala.
all of his teams.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Iguodala,
going to be a
who's on
match
the
between
past-
those two.
Iguodala, who's been on
Sure.
the past championship teams recently, is
The
still on
LeBron
his team.
stopper. Iguodala. Put some
Yeah,
respect on that name.
He averaged 39, 15, and 10. He didn't stop nothing.
The LeBron stopper. You heard me.
He ain't stop
Yeah,
shit.
I won't go that far, but he's
Listen,
definitely
Lakers
still on his team
in
and will be
4,
effective.
and I'd be shocked if it's not a 120-point differential. They're gonna
It
blow them out every
definitely
game.
will- It will not
I-
be a blowout.
bro,
They're gonna blow them out every game.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
the adjustments
Jonathan,
Eric is going to
brother.
throw.
LeBron is gonna break
If he
Tyler
tries
Harris'
to
hat.
go
This
man
is
on him,
not.
they'll
This
get
is
him
not
killed.
Portland, Jonathan. This is not Denver.
Yeah, but yeah, every
whole
every
different
series
I'm
you
glad
guys
didn't say
said
Rockets. Thank you,
Dame
Dwayne.
Dollar could beat LeBron. Oh, I could see him
Why,
winning in the
yeah, I
first
could-
round.
I said
Oh.
I gave him a shot. I said
Okay,
I
but
gave him a
here's
shot.
your shot now, and it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep again. At the very, that's the most. I think it's a sweep,
Bro,
straight up.
listen. Again, Miami showed me something in this series against Boston.
Well,
And
I will say this: what killed Boston though wasn't even the shooting and all, because Boston actually defended the three fairly well
They did.
against Miami. What killed them is that they
Shot from the perimeter. too
outworked
much.
them. They killed them on the boards.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the Lakers.
No, because Dwight's gonna
They're
be on the
going
court.
Bro,
They're going to have to live and die by the three, and that's not going to work every game.
I'm of the mindset that Miami is going to grind this out. This is going to be a dogfight.
Eric, Finals MVP. Tell me who it is, because I know who you're thinking. I got the same guy. Dwayne, I know you're feeling the same with that afro. I know who it is. And I'll tell you who
Parker,
it is.
tell us who wins finals.
Boys, I know y'all are
I'm
thinking
not
it.
willing to go there.
I know who you're thinking.
Who's your finals MVP?
Tyler Hero, baby. Yeah.
I knew it. Hey,
know
look,
what?
I don't know if I can call it for Miami because this just a lot of stuff is going to come out from all different types of all areas. I listen. This is no disrespect to LeBron. It's no disrespect to the Lakers. The Lakers most likely will win this. I'm not saying that.
Whoa! What happened to your?
Listen,
your hot take?
I'm saying no. It's not a hot take. What I'm saying though is because of what I've seen with Eric Spoelstra this year, because of what I've seen with that matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm going to pick Miami. I'm picking Miami, but I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to just obliterate the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
So but if you're gonna ask my prediction, I'm going to say Heat in 7.
It definitely won't be on Miami's end. It's not that they're going to rout LA, but they have what it takes to beat LA.
Yeah, no chance.
They have exactly
Yeah,
what it takes.
I
And let
don't
me
see
tell you
it.
why. This very team that you guys seem to go against resembles two teams that I remember very, very well. And you can argue if both of these teams had legit superstars or not. They remind me a lot of my grind time Memphis Grizzlies
Who won nothing?
and those 04 Pistons that beat the Lakers, Jonathan. So
Yeah, but
therefore,
the Grizzlies didn't.
they beat the Lakers in 5. But
they had really good players.
Had
Still.
5 great All-Stars that were
Were they-
multiple-time
Yeah, who-
All-Stars.
were they
Who
superstars?
could be Hall of Famers and
Really?
probably
All
are.
5 guys didn't make the
Really?
All-Star team 3 straight years in a row together.
Yeah. But so did the Falcons.
I mean,
I'm sorry, the Hawks. With Jeff Teague. Get the fuck out of here, boy.
we're talking about the 04 Pistons when the league was actually good overall. So
I mean,
they're not trash. Like you act like the Pistons were a bunch of bums, which is what the Heat
Pistons
are.
were some
They
dogs.
They were.
Yeah,
You guys
So
are,
are
you
they.
guys
They
are
had
overrating
4
this bubble
players.
play. Tyler Harrell's gonna shut the fuck down.
Tyler Hero stole Kuzma's
LeBron,
goal.
Lake,
He's still
period.
LeBron's ring. and
Lakers
Finals
in
MVP.
Lakers in 4. LeBron
Jonathan-
Finals MVP. Call it a day.
Is your
That's
brother aware of your takes right now?
I said it so well before this. Yes,
think
I
Jonathan-
told him Lakers in 4.
Does he?
Here's the deal, boys.
I can
Derek-
kind of see
Derek-
why one of you guys have the better Toronto as your username here. I can see why.
That's
Ooh.
me.
I can kind of see why.
I had the better Toronto.
I see why.
I had the
But-
better Toronto.
We're gonna see if it goes to show. I'm telling you, brothers. Be
120. Lakers in
say.
4. Lakers in 4. 120 point differential. 30-point blowout per game. Finals MVP for LeBron. It is not even close.
I agree
the
with a lot
Lakers
you're
win
saying,
it-
but I'll give it to AD. I think AD is going to be.
He win the first game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He win the first game by 20 plus. LeBron says he's built different. Then he goes 3-7 in the finals. Jordan's the GOAT. Tyler Hero's finals.
Well,
MVP.
Jordan is the go.
And then Hero steals LeBron's wife.
LeBron's not done yet. I don't speak on GOAT status till they're done and retired. So let's not talk GOAT. Let them play a little more.
Yeah, that could be a whole nother show.
That's my thing too.
No,
But again, this is not an indictment against LeBron or AD. I just the little things is what I'm more so paying attention to, and that's the little things that I've seen Eric Spoelstra adjust on. I trust that more than Frank Vogel.
You know, I'll say this, boys. You know, we've been on this show debating. Some of us are assholes. Some of us don't know what we're talking about half the time. So it's a great segue because we're about to go watch another debate with an asshole and someone who doesn't know what they're talking about half the time. So let's. We might need to hop off this thing, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I will say this: at least Biden's an Eagles fan, so.
Uh-oh.
Well,
that doesn't help.
hopefully he doesn't lose or tie.
You think he remember? You think he remembers how to spell Eagles? He's like
Listen, hey,
EGLAS Eagles. How you spell that again? Don't get me wrong, boys. I'm not taking a political stance. We're talking about an asshole. We're talking about asshole and Alzheimer's. That's what we're gonna watch tonight, boys. It's gonna be round TV, but I'm excited.
And that being said, fellas, what I need y'all to do real quick, go around the room, give one final take for this evening, and tell the people where they can find you, and let's wrap this thing up.
Final take. Find me at Parker Gailey. Find me at Perennial Powerhouse Podcast. Find me on OTS. If y'all want to debate a little something, just at me because I'm at everyone's neck. My final take is this. John Elway is a racist. And let me say why. I was waiting to post this today. John Elway was a racist. Looks like if a horse and Gary Busey had a child, and let me tell you this. I was looking at something because I really was like, John Elway might be a racist. John Elway has 23 members on his coaching staff. Only 4 of them are black, and 2 of them are barely black. I'm talking about as light skin as it gets. And the only like real black guys on his coaching staff are the strength coordinator and the DB coach. If that man was going to hire a white DB coach, he was fucked from the get-go. So let me just say, John Elway is a racist. You know Denver ain't hiring Eric Bieniemy or Lou Reddick. Racist ass. There's my final take, boys.
Parker, we're gonna have to get you on timeout, brother.
Oh my God, I love it.
Jonathan, go ahead.
hey, you can find me at John_OTS or within the On the Sidelines group talking that shit. I just will let the whole group know that I do have a lot of screenshots for the Lakers. Dwayne, you are in the screenshots. Derek, you are in the screenshots. When the Lakers win, I will prove that I was right about the Lakers and y'all were wrong. Can't wait for the sweep. Catch you on the flip side.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, I guess I'll go next. You can find me at on Instagram at SamHead6. Or no, that's my old Instagram name. No, my new Instagram is my last name HAMEID, the number 4, and my first name Sammy SAMI. Hope you'll be catching me on here a lot more than normal. Talking to Derek and Dwayne. Hopefully, maybe becoming a regular on here. Who knows? Definitely having a lot of fun.
If the Eagles go 1-5, you can't come on anymore.
No, I will. I ain't gonna hide. I'm gonna be a proud 1-5 fan. And also, that can't happen because they have a tie. but my hot take for the. I guess I kind of already started with it. I think the Eagles will go in. I believe they're playing in San Francisco, right? I think they'll go in and they're going to win because that's what they do. They always do this shit. They always beat teams that they shouldn't and lose to teams that they should beat. So that is my hot take.
And say it, Sammy. John Elway's a racist.
I ain't gonna say that, but I will say this: another hot take. I think I agree with Parker. I think Cam's back.
Cam's back, baby. Hell yeah! That's not even a hot take.
Back.
He never left.
Spicy.
Never left.
He did. He was just injured.
It's the Derrick Rose effect, people. I know. Anyways, go ahead, Derek.
At Derek_OTS, DERRICK, the only way to spell it, and as well as all OTS social media platforms. That's at OTS Guys on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us on, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We have a couple of things coming out on YouTube pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. Final take. I think I said all my my hot takes. So I'm just going to continue.
Except one.
Go ahead. You're my spokesperson.
John Elway's a racist.
All right. Eric Bieniemy, man. Eric Bieniemy and Louis Reddick.
Okay.
Louis Reddick. I want them
in
Philly. I want them in Philly right
John
now.
Elway would roll over in his grave.
Honestly, I'm not even saying
me.
I'm not even saying get rid of Howie. But give me Eric Bieniemy and put Louis Riddick in there with Howie. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think they get rid of Dougie P.
They don't, because he's got a Super Bowl ring. That's what's really trash about this. But yeah.
Get rid of Howie. Replace him with Howie Long. Get Chris Long in there. Father-son duo. Boom.
Hey, man, I think they both do a better job right now in terms of talent acquisition. I think they both do a lot better than Howie. So,
oh yeah. Dwayne,
more. Yeah, man.
DD, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us right here on the Sideline Guys. As you know, you can follow your favorite neighborhood mediator at Dwayne Diggy Jr. on Instagram. Follow your artist page at Highlight Life, HILITE Life, Instagram and Twitter. And of course, you already know it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Shout out to Six Families Radio. I hear you out there. If you're listening, make sure you keep up with all things OTS at www.otsguys.com. To my Spotify-aliens, make sure you hit that follow button. Keep up with every show we drop, so you're always in tune with a new episode. Apple Podcasts, leave those 5-star reviews. Let us know what you think, who you are, so we can shout you out on every episode. And of course, well, y'all already know where to find us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Every time a new episode drops, we got content every other day, if not every day. That being said, in the meantime, this is the Sideline Guys. We about to blow the whistle because it's time to go. Peace!